Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fleming Film Talk with me, Robbie Fleming. And guess who's joining me as always? Mr. Justin Doyle. Hello, Justin.
That's me. Hey Rob, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm enjoying the spooky season, rewatching a lot of horrors and getting my friends into the horrors I love.
What have you seen recently?
I showed two of my friends Us, and they both enjoyed it.
My partner also watched Us recently, and I caught the last end of it. You know what? That's a really good ending.
Oh, I love that big reveal.
Yeah, really good ending.
Yes.
Very cool. The last movie I saw that was horror elements, I guess. We try to do the 31 movies in 31 days. So we just have a plethora of movies that we need to go through, and we just randomly picked Van Helsing. So I watched that.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good little sort of blockbuster
Yeah.
horror.
Not just that, but Hugh Jackman and the bloke who plays the monk have good chemistry.
Yes, and I like the Frankenstein character a lot.
Yes, I do too.
What are we talking about today?
Today we are talking our top five favourite Tim Burton movies. These are movies he's only directed, so Nightmare Before Christmas doesn't count because Henry Selick directed it. Also, Coraline is not a Tim Burton movie, it's directed by Henry Selick and Tim Burton has no involvement.
Yes, and he does produce a lot of great movies, but those don't count either.
Yes. Before we get into our list, we're going to play a little quick game because I want to spice up the show a bit.
Whoa.
We're going to call this segment the warm up game, like you warm up to an exercise before you play the main sport.
Oh boy.
All right.
Okay.
So you are going to name me all the Oscar winners / nominees of the Oppenheimer cast. There's only eight altogether. Three nominees and five winners.
Okay. Uh, well, let's go. Okay, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon's a winner.
Um, can I look at the cast list?
No, so that'd be cheating.
Where is that? But I know. Oh man. Oppenheimer is not like it's not staying with me in my brain as much as, as it should, I guess. Okay. Has been nominated. Emily Blunt?
No, Emily Blunt's never received a nomination.
She's not even once?
No, but I reckon she will for this movie.
Yeah, possibly. I don't think Florence has been nominated.
Yes, she
Oh,
has.
actually, yes, she was nominated for Little Women, right?
Yes.
All right, Florence.
You got two so
Um,
far.
okay, great. We're going so good. um, Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman, yep, winner. You got three so
Yeah.
far. Do you need a clue?
Not yet. Let's see. Who else is in that movie? Oh God! All the ones I'm thinking about, I know for sure have not been nominated. Safi hasn't been nominated. Josh Hartnett hasn't been nominated.
Yeah, I had to go through every single one of the cast list to see who hasn't been nominated.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I don't know the guy who plays Albert Einstein, but I don't think he's
Yes,
in it.
he's one of them. Tom Conti, he's a nominee.
Oh, okay, great. What was he nominated for?
I'll have a quick look. I thought you'd know him because he's Emily's dad in Friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's him.
Wow.
I know
He's hilarious.
what a great actor.
Yeah, he's super funny on Friends. I really like him.
He's
Okay, so
nominated for Reuben Best Actor. Never heard of that movie before.
No. So we have 2 nominations and 2 wins so far, and I need
Yeah,
6 more wins and 1 more. Or wait, was it 8 total?
yeah, 8 total.
Okay, so I need 3 more wins and 1 more nomination. There's not enough women in there.
Yeah, you got the only women.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I don't know.
Do you need a clue?
Yeah, give me a clue.
Think Marvel.
Marvel. Why would I think Marvel?
Who's in Oppenheimer? Who's also in the Marvel movies?
Oh, Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, he's been nominated for both Best Actor and
That's
Best Supporting Actor.
okay. So now it's just strictly winners.
Yep.
Oh, Kenneth Branagh.
Kenneth Branagh.
Uh, okay.
Do you need
Two
another?
more.
You need another clue?
Hold on. Okay. Give me another clue.
One of them played a famous 70s frontman.
One of them. Oh, Rami Malek.
Rami Malek.
Okay, and then is the other one also in a Christopher Nolan movie?
He's in another Christopher Nolan movie, but he's only in a minor role in that one.
I don't think. Yeah, Michael Caine is in it.
No. So I'll give you another clue.
Okay, give me another clue.
His he has a famous brother, a very famous
Casey
brother.
Affleck.
Yes, Casey Affleck.
Wow, that's right. What was the other Nolan movie?
Interstellar. He played the older Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, cool.
Right. All right. So
All
next
right,
week,
what
the
a fun
next
game.
you have to do the game, and I have to answer the question.
Okay, why did you choose Oppenheimer?
So it was a more recent movie with like a stack cast.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna make mine. I'm gonna have it be themed. So it'll be Halloween themed, all right? I'll tell you now.
All right, deal.
All
All right,
right.
you can go. You can go
Okay.
first.
Well, it's what I noticed in just scouring all of Tim Burton's movies. You know what he does a lot is names in movies. He
Yeah.
loves putting names in the title as the title. And
Yes.
this list is definitely a named list. So we'll start with my number 5. This movie is, I guess maybe this could happen, but it seems a little, sort of like Pinocchio in a way. But I really enjoyed the production, just like we'll talk about a lot, I'm sure, when it comes to Tim Burton movies. And I enjoyed the actor playing the main title character, and I enjoyed the neighborhood that is in Edward Scissorhands.
Good list. An honourable mention of mine. Good pick. Solid pick.
Yeah, so it's about an artifact is constructed and has scissor for hands. And then he is taken in by a suburban family, and of course, he doesn't know anything but to use his scissor hands. So he goes around and kind of brings joy to the neighborhood, making bushes into animals, and making snow by carving out an ice sculpture, and falling in love with Winona Ryder. This stars Johnny Depp, is also a lot of Tim Burton movies do. Also starring Diane Wiest, who I really enjoy a lot. Alan Arkin,
Yeah.
and written and directed by Tim Burton. And this is the first movie that Johnny Depp and Tim
Yes,
Burton
it
were in
is.
together, and was not the last. That's for sure. But you don't. There's not a lot of dialogue coming out of Johnny Depp in this one, so we don't get to hear his silliness a lot. But it's it's hard. It tugs at all the heartstrings. It's
Yes,
about being accepted for who you are, what you look like, and yeah, it just really does. And
yes,
about falling in love and first loves and family. Again, the production's amazing, and the neighbors are just insane, but really bring a lot of
yes.
character to this movie.
Speaking of love, Winona Ryder and Johnny Depp dated during the production of this movie.
Whoa. Well, that makes sense. Kind of shows on screen. Yeah, this movie's nominated for one Oscar for makeup,
Should have won it.
and yeah. Well, let's see why. Who won it? Do you know?
I don't actually.
Let's see. For best makeup. Oh, I can already tell just by seeing some of these. Maybe Dick Tracy. Yep. And Cyrano de Bergerac was also nominated.
I've
Only
not seen
three.
that. I've been meaning to watch Dick Tracy for years.
Yeah. Oh, and you should. What a fun movie.
Yes, but another Johnny Depp film I like from 1990 is Cry Baby.
Oh yeah, John Waters.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. Ricky Lake. That's a good one.
yeah.
Uh, all right. Has Edward Scissorhands won any Fleming Awards?
I think it did win Best Makeup actually.
As it
Yeah.
deserves. Sitting at 7.9 on IMDb.
Ooh.
$20 million worldwide gross, 86 million. On Rotten Tomatoes, 89%, with the audience 91%. Feel like that is quite right. Came out in 1990, holiday fantasy movie, an hour and 45 minutes. Check it out.
Sweet.
Let's move on to your number 5.
Which is also another great collaboration with Tim Burton and Johnny Depp. Also starring
He's
Christina
in
Ricci,
most of them.
Miranda Richardson, Michael Gambon, Casper Van Dier, Jeffrey Jones, and Richard Griffiths, Christopher Lee, Ian McDermott, and Christopher Walken as the Headless Horseman. It's Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah. I this one needs a revisit from me because I just don't get it. But tell us all about it. I mean, I know the story, but I don't get the movie much. Tell us about it.
Okay, so he's a police constable who's sent to New York. He's sent from New York to investigate the murders of Sleepy Hollow. And we mentioned Us had a good ending. This also has a very good twist to it as well. Christina Ricci is fabulous, but the best thing about it is its production design, because Tim Burton really went in with making this really realistic. Obviously, he has Danny Elfman in the music, and as Danny Elfman does, he delivers. Also, this is a time Tim Burton worked with Emmanuel Lubezki, and you can tell it's shot by Lubezki because every shot feels like a painting that he's helping Burton with. And Tim Burton made a great choice hiring him as a cinematographer for this movie.
Yeah, based on the Ichabod Crane and Sleepy Hollow sort of story.
Yes, written by
Headless
Andrew
Horseman.
Kevin Walker, who wrote Seven and the forthcoming The Killer.
Oh, very nice. I do enjoy Christina Ricci. You said Richard Griffiths also in this one?
Yeah, the dad from the uncle from Harry Potter. Yeah.
Yeah, and Michael Gough from Batman.
No, my
He's
oh
Alfred.
yes, and the Emperor from Star Wars.
Christopher Lee.
No, Ian McDermott, while Christopher Lee is in the movie. I don't think
Ooh, yeah, that's right. Jeffrey Jones, who is in a few of Tim Burton movies, he will come up in my list soon.
Yes.
All right, good pick. 7.3 on IMDb. Box office, dang, budget of $100 million. Worldwide gross $206 million. Over on Rotten Tomatoes, 70% with an 80% audience score. Horror category, sitting at hour and 45, rated R.
Yes.
Okay, my next movie, my number 4, has some horror elements to it, although it's not a horror movie, but this movie had not been in my Tim Burton purview. This is one of the only ones that I had not seen, and so I watched it and enjoyed it. It's another name that is in the title, and this one came out in 1994. This is reteaming Tim Burton and Johnny Depp, and it's Ed
Which
Wood.
appears on my list later on.
Boy, did I enjoy Ed Wood. Okay, well then we'll talk about it later.
I have a feeling my number 4, so
Nice.
in your
I'm glad we have
list.
some cross. Let's hear it.
Well, I'm only going to say this once, because if you say this person's name 3 times, he appears. This stars Michael Keaton as a lead role. This is the first time that Mr. Burton has worked with Winona Ryder. And yes, Jeffrey Jones is also in this movie. And so is Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis, and Catherine O'Hara. And it's Beetlejuice.
Which is my number 3, so let's talk about it.
Wait.
Beetlejuice is my number 3. 1988's Beetlejuice. This is about a couple who moves into this house, and they die and they come back to their house, and it turns out that it's infested by humans, and they want to get rid of these humans, but they don't know how. So they see a ad that this Beetlegeist will come and get rid of humans for you, and it is in another underworld. So a lot of spooky things start to happen, but it is a ton of fun. And if you were going to say it again, the production in this movie is phenomenal.
Yes.
The creatures in this movie is phenomenal. I mean, it's what they did with Michael Keaton is phenomenal, and he is the lead, but he's not even in it. He's until the last 40 minutes of the movie. So
literally,
what we're getting mostly is Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis and Winona Ryder. Yeah, I mean, this is when you think of Tim Burton, you immediately think of Beetlejuice.
yes.
This is a lot of people's number ones, but definitely in everyone's top 5, because this movie is it's a horror classic, it's a comedy classic, it's a Michael Keaton classic. He puts on an acting clinic, a character clinic so well that Beetlejuice has become bigger sequel. There's a Broadway play for it. There's the character crawling around. I mean, this is a big character, and it's because of Michael Keaton. It's because of Tim Burton. This is a great pick.
Yes, definitely. It's weird how he's the title character, but he's a supporting character in the film.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the least people in it. Like, everyone else is in it more.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but it is a ton of fun. It did win 1 Oscar, and that was for Best Makeup. So from the same lady,
it won my makeup award as well.
Yeah. Let's see who they were up against that year. All right. Visual effects, filming, makeup. Coming to America, Scrooge and Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is the far winner. I've seen Scrooge and not seen Come.
Oh, yeah. No
I
question.
can't, I
Well,
can't name
Coming
I
to
can't
America
name
does
any
have.
massive like makeup or hair effects in Scrooge. Coming to America, I understand it's Eddie Murphy playing different roles.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Not doesn't come to mind. Well, the maybe the Ghost of Christmas Future, Past and Present.
Oh, probably.
Maybe, maybe. Great music comes out of this movie as well.
Yes.
I have dressed up as we've done a couples theme one with Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis, um, and I mean the long faces that they get when they get turned into the creatures is it's just all fun. This is what you. It is kind of scary for maybe kids, but I think 10 and older are going to appreciate how much fun this comedy
Only a
fantasy
short
movie is.
movie at 92 minutes.
Yeah, hour and 32 minutes, PG, perfect for the family, perfect for us to be on our Tim Burton
It's
list.
weird because it's
7.5.
12 in the UK.
It's a what?
A 12.
A 12. Oh, like age?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that'd be like a 13 here.
Yeah.
7.6 on IMDb. 7.6 on IMDb. $15 million budget. Worldwide gross 74.7. Rotten Tomatoes gives it 86% and audience 82. Come on, come on, come on, say it again.
Love it.
All right. What's your number 3?
My number 3 also stars Michael Keaton. It's a sequel to Batman, and it's Batman Returns.
Beetlejuice. Yes. Very good.
Yes,
Tell us about it.
after I recently rewatched Batman and Batman Returns for when Flash came out, so I didn't want to watch. So I wanted to watch more Michael Keaton based movies because he was
Why?
only
Because he's
Batman.
in the Flash? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Afterwards, I watched Birdman.
Uh-huh. Good.
Yeah, so I preferred this one to the first Batman. The first Batman is good, but it's the same as how you feel about The Dark Knight. It's more about Jack Nicholson's Joker. The rest of it's a bit blah. Batman Returns, however, has this really interesting story, and I do love the horror elements in it because that scene where she turns into Catwoman used to frighten the life out of me as a kid.
Mhm. And Danny DeVito as the Penguin is
Um,
haunting
oh my
as
god,
well. I mean, he's
what a great role for Danny DeVito to play. I bet he loved every single minute of that.
he is revolting, he is scary, and he really leaned into that character really well. I'm noticing that this Tim Burton is character driven. Every single movie has a character that's what it is. Not a lot of straight men are the leads or whatever. It's always a character that is at the brink of the movie, the thing at the top. I really
Yeah,
enjoy that about Tim Burton.
yeah,
But yeah, go ahead. Batman
yes.
Returns.
So Batman Returns is that so Batman has to stop the Penguin and this evil billionaire played by Christopher Walken to try and save Christmas.
Yep. And he has to do it with somebody else knocking at the door, Catwoman.
Yes, who he has this really weird relationship with. But Michelle Pfeiffer just rules as Catwoman.
So sexy. I
I
mean,
know.
unbelievable. Vincent Schiavelli is also in this, and Michael Gough, like we said, or Goff.
Yes.
He's plays Alfred. Yeah, Christopher Walken, Danny DeVito, Michael Keaton. Pretty damn good. Unfortunately, I do prefer the original over this, but this is also ran definitely in my top 10 favorite Tim Burton movies.
Oh,
This is
100%.
it's got the horror elements, but it's also Batman. He's
Yeah,
a superhero that we all know and love. So we're a good guy as always. But
yeah.
what Tim Burton does with Gotham City, he did it better in the second one than he did in the first one for sure.
Oh,
But the
100%.
production design is so great because not only do we have Gotham, but we have the lair to Penguin, and
Yeah.
we see a lot of.
Wouldn't they have reused some of the sets from the first film?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Batman lair, all that. Yeah, this is a really good pick here. Again, creatures are at the forefront. Also, live penguins uh, nominated for best makeup and best visual effects. Again, the same lady or the same group did
Nice.
not win. Because
On top of my head, there's a really good action movie or fantasy movie or sci-fi movie from '92 that I'm forgetting.
well, Bram Stoker's Dracula won.
Makeup.
Yes, beat out
Makes
Hoffa
sense.
and Batman Returns. The
Makes sense.
other what's up?
I said makes sense.
Yeah, the other nomination it was under was visual effects, but Death Becomes Her won, also
And
beating out
that
Alien.
definitely makes sense that Zemeckis and he's all visual effects.
Yeah, and there's a lot of practicality to this Batman movie
Yeah.
and Tim Burton. Very good, very good. 7.1 on IMDb. Definitely went and saw this in theaters. $80 million budget, 266
How did you
million
sneak
worldwide.
into a PG-13 movie when you were 8?
No, your kids are allowed. I mean, your parents are allowed to take you.
Oh,
Yeah,
bit like yeah, tis 12s are also 12A when they get released in cinema, so yeah, makes sense.
yeah. If you're accompanied by a parent, you can see a rated R movie.
No, in our country, you have to be specifically 15 or 18.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, if I'm 10 years old, I can go see a rated R movie as long as my dad or mom is with me.
I would not show my. If I had 5-year-old children, I definitely wouldn't show them Pulp Fiction.
Well, my dad did. And it's not like he showed me. It was always whatever was on, I had to watch it or I wouldn't watch anything. So I would just watch whatever they watched.
You just had one TV in the house back then.
Mm, yep. And now everyone has a TV in every room or on their phone or a computer.
Yeah,
81 knows 73% from the audience.
nice.
Very good. Well, we will keep going on the Batman train because my number 2 is Batman. I love the 1989 Jack Nicholson over the name Michael Keaton, even though Michael Keaton is the lead.
I think
Uh,
that was the agreement when Jack Nicholson joined the project.
yeah, and he wanted to be the Joker again in Dark Knight, but unfortunately was not. But yeah, this is the Dark Knight of Gotham City begins his war on crime with his first major enemy, and it's Joker. Jack Nicholson plays Jack Napier, who falls into a vat and becomes the Joker.
Yes.
And
Just to point out, this is the only joke. This is the only Joker besides the Joaquin Phoenix one who has a backstory.
right, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so we have Michael Keaton. He plays Batman. We also have Kim Basinger plays Vicky Vale. Harvey Dent is played by Billy D. Williams. And Jack Nicholson's the Joker. And yeah, Jack Nicholson does steal the show, but
Yes.
the movie itself is really well done. Again, the production design is always going to be good with Tim Burton, but
Yes.
I liked how Michael Keaton played Batman, and Bruce Wayne. I thought it worked really well.
He's
He's not.
better as Batman. His Bruce Wayne is a little bit like too wooden.
Well, I love it when he freaks out and he's like, "You want to get crazy? Let's get crazy," and he's breaking stuff in the house like with the Jack Nicholson Joker, and he doesn't have the face paint on. Well, he has face paint on, but it's regular human colored skin.
Billy D.
Um,
Williams is in this movie as Harvey
yeah,
Dent. It's a shame
yeah,
we didn't get to see him live action as Two-Face. We only got to saw him in like a Batman.
yes, that would have been great. But this is one of my all-time favorite just movies and just
Christmas
superhero
film.
movies. The fighting in it is so stiff, and just like Michael Keaton, and you look at Batman now, and they can move, and then they can move their necks. Like this is because of this Batman, all the other Batmans get to exist. I think it's just really creative. It's crazy that Tim Burton did this movie. Like this is a superhero film, and the return seems much more up Tim Burton's alley. It's a
Yes.
lot darker. This one, doesn't really seem like it, and I really enjoy that from him. He gave us, the sort of layout to have a great superhero film, and I think it works really, really well. And
I,
yeah,
I think
Jack
I think
Nicholson
I
kills
think
it.
I think all four Batman directors have put their own artistic style on it, and it is really good what they do individually.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, even Joel
And
Schumacher.
yeah, and this movie won for best art direction, production design, beating
Yes,
out Glory, The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, The
I
Abyss,
do love
and Driving
Glory.
Miss Daisy.
I do love The Abyss. Drive Mr.
I just,
Daisy's okay.
I love it. Uh, yeah, and I love Batman. I was able during the pandemic. I was able to, for the birthday, rent out an entire theater at the Alamo, and we got to see Batman, and we all had a great time.
That would be awesome.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, one of his longest movies at 2 hours and 6 minutes, though. PG-13, 7.5 on IMDb, and budget of 35 million. Worldwide gross, my gosh, $411 million. 76% on Rotten Tomatoes with the 84% audience score. And yeah, maybe one of the least horror elemental for Tim Burton. There are
Definitely.
some elements, but this is probably the least horror
My
for
number
some of
two
the
is the
things.
most horror.
Ooh.
You could essentially call this film a slasher,
Mm-hmm.
a musical
Would you?
slasher to be
Yes. Would you
precise.
also call it a musical?
Yes, I would. Yes, I
Yes,
would.
because
Based on the musical by Stephen Sondheim and Hugh Wheeler, Tim Burton retells the story of Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street, starring Johnny Depp, Alan Rickman, Sacha Baron Cohen, Timothy Spall, and Helena Bonham Carter.
and you had to do this movie rated R. It had to be rated R, right? I mean,
Yes,
it's a
yes. There's
slasher.
no. Yes, yes. This was his. I think this is the only film that's had a UK certificate in the UK of his.
Yes. So tell us about it.
So this is pretty much a revenge movie. So Benjamin Barker, who is Johnny Depp's character, was exiled to Australia by a corrupt judge who imprisoned him and stole his wife, and he comes back and he takes over he meets up with this lady who owns this really rundown meat pie shop, and he basically starts to people, and she makes him into a pie, and this is slowly building up to his revenge on the judge,
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman. And I'm going to be honest. I think this has the best acting of any Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, this is like Sleepy Hollow, another one I need to rewatch, especially because I love musicals. But
No, I thought this would be your number one.
yeah, it is not. It is not. No, it didn't stick with me the first viewing, just like Sleepy
I had
Hollow.
to
No,
watch it 2 or 3 times because there's a lot to get into, and because they like sing throughout it, it's hard. It's hard to know when to take a breath.
yeah, no, I'm into that. This is the first musical duo. Well, Helena Bonham Carter revisited a musical movie with Sacha Baron Cohen as a duo
Yes, and I
in
think that
Les Miserables.
in Cry Baby his voice was dubbed, so I think this is the first time Johnny Depp actually sang.
Oh yeah, his voice was definitely done. Right, baby.
He's more of a guitar player than a singer.
Yeah, this movie should have come out in October, but it came out in December.
Oh, I think I know why, because this is like his biggest. Yeah, this is like his biggest awards movie.
Yeah, he was looking for the awards and got 3 nominations, nominated and one for one, nominated for Best Actor and Costume Design, and one for Best Achievement in Art Direction, another production design win.
What did that do? Because
Which,
I would have given that to There Will Be Blood.
oh, really?
Yeah, for like the whole like I know it's more the cinematography, but the whole like oil. There Will Be Blood was nominated along with Gold Compass, Atonement, and American Gangster. Completely forgotten what the Golden Compass was about.
Yeah, that's just like Nicole Kidman and Robert De Niro, and like
Daniel
based
Craig.
off a book fantasy thing.
Yeah. I love American
Um,
Gangster.
yes, and of course Daniel Day Lewis won for Best Actor, or yeah, Best Actor that year.
I'm surprised Burton
And
didn't get nominated for director, so I don't think he's ever been nominated.
yeah, I don't think so. And then costume that year went to, I think I missed it already. Went to Elizabeth the Golden Age.
Oh, I definitely like that movie.
Yeah, so good. Better than the first too. It's hard
Oh,
to
100%
in
better
my
than the first. Well, I'm
yeah.
interested. I learned about the Spanish Armada in history, so I'm really into that kind of stuff.
Costume design went to Elizabeth the Golden Age, being out Sweeney Todd, but also Atonement, La Vie en Rose, and Across the Universe.
I've always wanted to see Across the Universe.
Again, it's a musical movie, and I just don't care for it.
You're not a Beatles
But
fan, then?
my partner loves it. What's that?
Not a Beatles fan, then?
I guess not. I guess not.
No, fair enough.
I mean,
I
I
got
know what.
Cody to talk to you about the Beatles.
Well, I know what they've done for the industry and what it means, in musical history. But yeah, I don't really care for the music, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. Each to their own.
Yeah. All right. My number one is, I guess there would be no Tim Burton without this movie. And I watched it because I watched the show. I love the character. Again, we're talking characters here. We're also talking names here. It is the first movie that Tim Burton directed, and it's Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Good choice.
I
I need to see it
was,
myself.
yeah, and it's not like the greatest of movies, but again, Batman is one of my all-time favorite movies. But the reason why Pee-wee's Big Adventure is because I was a fan of Pee-wee before I was a fan of Batman. I was a fan of Pee-wee, and Tim Burton made this movie before he made any of his other movies.
No,
So
I kind of get it.
there would be no Batman.
He's probably your version of Mr. Bean.
Yeah, exactly. And I love Mr. Bean. I'm a big fan. But yeah, this is about man-child Pee-wee who gets his bike stolen in daylight, and he sets across the universe or the U.S. to go get his bike back, and has the adventure of his life. He
It
meets a lot of
sounds
crazy
like
characters.
it sounds like a parody of the Bicycle Thieves.
Yeah, exactly. Um, it was this movie was so big to me. Like it played once on TV. You recorded it with the VCR, and then you were able to watch it as much as possible. So I watched it so much, but then somebody recorded over it, and it was devastating to me. And yeah, I was very, very upset. And also, rest in peace to Mr. Paul Rubens, who recently passed away this year. But yeah, this movie is art. It's again not a great movie, but uh, Paul Rubens is so much fun to watch. This one also written by Paul Rubens and Phil Hartman of all people, starring Paul Rubens, Elizabeth Daily, and a lot of people I don't really know, but directed by Tim Burton. Yeah, I love the TV show, and this movie did not disappoint in my eyes. Maybe if I watch it as an adult, it probably won't live up, but we uh, we we keep things where they are so they don't have to disappoint us. So yeah, I just love this movie and
Yeah,
loved it, and was always a big Paul Rubens fan. So Pee-wee's Big Adventure is my number one.
good pick.
You have you seen it? Yeah.
No, I would like to.
Mm-hmm. $6 million budget, worldwide gross is 41 million, 7.0 on IMDb. So he's always in the sevens.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Before I get into my number one, I wanted to ask you a question on a movie. What are your
Oh,
thoughts on Big Fish?
it's a great film, dramatic, but the son-father relationship is really worth going down the road for. It's really well done.
Oh, definitely.
88% of Rotten Tomatoes, 79% for Pee-wee's Big Adventure from the audience.
Nice.
Yeah, Big Fish is great. It's done so differently than his other movies.
It does remind me of Forrest Gump a lot in a way.
Yeah, but
And,
Snow's
and
Creatures.
and sometimes I feel like Ewan McGregor's role was written for Johnny Depp, but Johnny Depp turned it down to do Pirates.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, that must mean that one of my movies is your number one.
Yep, Ed Wood. Which a lot of
Wow.
people mistake for Edward Scissorhands. They are two completely different movies.
Or Ed TV.
Or Ed TV, yes, I need to see Ed TV. You just reminded me.
Or Ed.
Is that the thing with the horse?
That's Mr. Ed. Ed is the one with the monkey with
Ah,
Matt LeBlanc from Friends. But yes, let's talk Ed Wood.
this film is about Edward D. Wood Jr., the worst filmmaker to ever lived. And he's a struggling filmmaker trying to get a studio to pick up a movie. He agrees to do a movie, and he runs into Bela Lugosi, who is one of the uh, greatest actors of his generation, and he tries to revive his career by letting him be in his movies. And this movie's just awesome.
Yeah, it's in black and white. It's a movie about making movies, and it's a movie about making movies. And yeah, Bela Lugosi's known for Dracula. He played, the first ever Universal creature features. And this is a movie about, yeah, bringing that character back to the screen. And Martin Landau plays Bela Lugosi, and boy, did he do such a great
He
job.
won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah. and deservedly. I mean, he's so real. It's so real.
Well, my favorite
And
performance wasn't nominated from that year, and that was Gary Oldman for Leon the Professional.
mm-hmm. It also won Best Makeup, which was deserved. Co-starring Sarah Jessica Parker,
Yes, he
who
plays
was
his
also
first
in Mars
girlfriend.
Attacks. Patricia Arquette,
He
very
plays his
sweet.
second girlfriend.
Ooh, Vincent D'Onofrio played Orson Welles. I didn't know that.
Yes, but he's voiced by Maurice LaMarche. He does really good Orson Welles impression.
He sure did. Jeffrey Jones is back. Bill
Yeah.
Murray
Yes,
plays a
Bill
fun
Murray.
one.
He plays his drag queen best friend.
Yeah, Max Casella's in this. Lisa Marie, who plays Vampira, who's also in a few other of
Mars
his
Attacks.
Mars Attacks. Yeah, but she was also in one that we looked at earlier today. Yeah,
Sleepy Hollow.
yeah, I think so. But also George the Animal Steel, who's a wrestler who plays Tor Johnson. Yeah,
Yes.
when I told you last week or the last time we spoke that I had not seen this movie, you said I was in for a treat and that I was going to like it. And you know why. It's a movie about making movies, it's in Hollywood, and there's wrestlers in it. I'm going to love it. And I did. This is, it's in my fourth of all of them because a movie that can come, that you haven't seen and it comes around, it can be one of your tops, and that's what happened. It was a brilliant movie, lots of fun. It shows you the exact sort of path that
My
these.
favorite joke is the colorblind joke.
There's a lot of funny stuff in this, and
Yeah.
it is. Now that I hadn't seen this movie until now, right? But I have seen all the other Johnny Depp movies where he's playing character roles, and unfortunately, the voice was a little bit irritating. But had this been the first
I
time that I had
like
seen
it
him,
when Johnny Depp puts on his soft voice.
he does it like more than once. Uh, but I it still was not distracting enough to dislike it. I enjoyed it very very much, and it is uh, not your typical Tim Burton movie either. So I enjoyed that. It was a very good. What else?
Oh, well,
Tim
it's
Burton
not
can
Danny
do.
Elfman doing the music for this. It's Howard Shaw who did the Lord of the Rings music.
Uh huh.
Oh, did you love the
Uh,
opening theme? Because I love the opening theme.
yeah, I think it was all really well done.
It's funny because I feel like Burton must have reflected on Edward at times. They
Yeah,
just care about making movies.
yeah, it's their entire life. One of the longer ones at 2 hours and 7 minutes. Budget of 18 million. Unfortunately, only made 5.8. Looks like it's the worst movie so far. Sitting at 7.8 on IMDb though, and 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, one of the highest. 88% audience score.
You know, it's
It's a biography.
more of a cult classic.
Yeah, and just to me, really, really well done.
I do
Uh,
want to see Planned 9 from Outer Space one day because that looks like a fun watch.
yeah. No Mars Attacks anywhere. I was thinking that was going to be on your list somewhere.
No, but again, Michael J. Fox's character, you could tell that role was written for Depp.
Yeah, right. The other movies that we didn't talk about, yeah, Corpse Bride,
That's his
Frank.
best animated movie.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have many. Frankenweenie,
Yeah,
which I guess is technically his first
which I
movie.
watched for the first time recently and I liked it. Dark Shadows is a blast.
Yeah, Big Eyes was interesting.
I need
I
to see Big
enjoyed.
Eyes and Miss
Yeah,
Peregrine's.
yeah. School for Peculiar Children. Of course, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know why he
I
had to do that.
I prefer the original, the Gene Wilder one.
Oh, yeah, of course. Planet of the Apes. I
Yeah,
actually enjoyed that movie.
I prefer the Andy Serkis ones.
And then he did Alice in Wonderland.
which I know a lot of people say is his weakest.
It's not bad.
I mean, it's not bad, but when you look at all of Burton's filmographies, like he has done a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm assuming Pee Wee's Big Adventure
I want to
is
check
better
out
than Alice
Dark
in
Shadow.
Wonderland. And I thought Dumbo was okay.
Yeah, and then Dumbo was his last movie.
And he's
It was
making Beetlejuice 2 next year.
Yep, that's what's coming up. Let's see.
There was a
They have filmed it, or are filming it, and Ortega's going to be in it. But yeah, the only two nominations for Tim. What was that?
I heard of rumor Johnny Depp's going to be in Beetlejuice 2.
Oh. The only two Tim Burton nominations are for Best Animated Feature for Frankenweenie and Best Animated Feature for Corpse Bride.
But he's been nominated for a BAFTA for Best Director for Big Fish. And a Golden Globe for Sweeney Todd. So at least he's got some little bit of award acknowledgement.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's a director who wants to win awards. He wants to make movies the best he can.
And I think he's one of the better ones out there.
Definitely. I've seen a bit of his Wednesday show, and it is a lot of fun.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's great. All right. Cool. Well, there you go.
Yes, my number 5 was Sleepy Hollow. My number 4 was Beetlejuice. My number 3 was Batman Returns. My number 2 was Sweeney Todd, and my number 1 was Ed Wood.
I had Edward Scissorhands at number 5, Ed Wood at number 4, Beetlejuice at number 3, Batman at number 2, and Pee-wee's Big Adventure at number 1.
Sweet.
All right. Have you seen anything recently that you want to talk about?
Yes, I have. The last film I watched in the cinema, because I've not spoken to you since I saw The Creator.
Oh, I really want to see that. Had we not been doing this today, I would be in the theaters watching it right now.
Yeah, make sure you try and go before it goes, because Gareth Edwards is back after a long hiatus after Star Wars, and he comes back with a sci-fi epic. He loves what he knows what he loves doing, and he brings us an original, fresh idea that's set in the future, and it's John David Washington, and he's at war with artificial intelligence.
Oh, I wish I had seen it already. Sounds great. Did you love it?
I did. Hans Zimmer does the score, and he does an amazing job. And John David Washington is one of my favorite actors of this generation. And every time I watch him in a movie, he just seems to just get better and better as he goes along. I can see him being an Oscar winner one day.
John David Washington?
Yeah.
Following his father's footsteps?
Oh, definitely. He's already making his Broadway debut, and Denzel also loves the stage.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And he's doing a film of that play, The Piano Lesson.
Interesting.
And it's by the same playwright who did Ma Rainey's Black Bottom and Fences.
Why?
Does Denzel own his whole the rights to his plays or something?
August Wilson. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I'm sure he can. He just has to ask for it. He doesn't even have to pay for it. He's just like, hey, can I do it? Yeah, take it.
Samuel L. Jackson and Danielle Detweiler will be in it as well, and I think it's directed by his brother Malcolm Washington, John David's brother.
Danielle Detweiler, yeah. Such a disappointment that she didn't get nominated. Poor gal.
That was disappointing.
Well, that's my recommendation of the week then. Go see Till, because you will see the best performance of your life.
Okay, I would say one of the best ones of 2022, but
Of your life. Way better than Austin Butler and Elvis.
you can't really compare the two. Well, I did love Kate
I
Blanchett in
am.
Car, and I loved Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere. I loved Florence in Don't Worry, Darling.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Margot in Babylon.
Yeah, me too. Available to see right now on one of those streaming platforms. Go check it out.
Yes.
But no, for sure, check out Till. It's great.
Yes, just me and Cody have got the Fleming Awards podcast up and running. Us three will have to do the Babylon episode together.
Yes. Wait, what's the podcast?
Every month me and Cody talk about a film that's won my Fleming Awards.
Oh, yes. Very much. Yeah, it's available to watch right now. Go see Till.
Yes.
Cool. What did you want to do next time?
Whilst we're still in the spooky season, we'll talk about another spooky figure. Mr. Stephen King will do our top 5 favorite films based on one of his stories. So this includes the list I sent you earlier, not the films he's written for original screenplays, if you get what I mean. So Creepshow and Maximum Overdrive won't count, but Running Man and Shawshank and Green Mile and Misery and Stand By Me and all his famous ones will count.
Well, why, how come those ones don't count? Creepshow?
Because they're not based on his books or stories.
But what is his tie-in with them?
He's wrote the screenplay or produced it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so just the ones based on his books or stories.
Well, I don't know how this is gonna go, but we'll see. I shall play along.
Sweet.
I just watched it again.
Oh, the Tim Curry one won't count either because that was on TV, not in cinemas.
Oh yeah, I don't ever pick made-for-TV movies. Ever.
I saw a trailer for one with Chris Jericho, the wrestler. It looks like the corniest piece of trash you'll ever see in your life.
What?
It's a movie with Chris Jericho, a TV movie where he's playing a country singer.
Is that recent?
Yeah, like recently, I think it's like coming out. Dan sent me a trailer for it, and I was just laughing my head off at how cringy it was. Let's try and see what it's called. The TV movie. I can't seem to find it.
Yeah, let me see. Chris Jericho TV movie. Country Hearts.
That's it.
Wow. No. Oh boy. I can't believe this. Yeah. Well, he's a wrestler. He was in WCW, WWE, and now on AEW. And yeah, I guess he's doing movies. Oh boy.
Oh, but
All
a good wrestler from AEW is doing a movie with Zac Efron about wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
Obviously,
know
you know him.
Max Friedman, MJF?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he's going to be in that Zac Efron film about wrestling.
Iron Claw.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited about it. The Von Erich brothers know who they are. I didn't watch wrestling during this time, but Yeah, if you make a movie about a real wrestler, I'm in.
Oh yeah,
Has Lily James, Jeremy Allen White, who's hot right now because of the TV show Bear, and Harris Dickinson.
he's always a delight.
God, Zac Efron got jacked. He probably had to take steroids. Okay, cool. Stephen King next week. Can't wait.
Stephen King next week. Can't wait either.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thanks for having me. And everybody who's viewing, tell us your favorite Tim Burton movies down below. What would be in your top 5 favorites? What did we get wrong? You tell us right here. And also let us know if there's any topic you want us to talk about or count down.
Yes.
Subscribe, follow, like, tell people about it, and go vote at the Fleming Awards.
Yes.
Right now you're doing animation.
Yep.
Yeah, great. Which
Sweet.
this year has been lacking.
Yeah, there's only been. I did love Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles was good. The animation styling in Super Mario Brothers I really did enjoy. But yeah, I don't think if Spider-Verse wins again, boo.
Well, in my Fleming Awards, I have a voice acting category. Maybe Jack Black might get nominated.
Cool. We'll see. Yeah, well, we'll do all that then, and we'll talk to you again next week. And thanks for watching. Until next time.
Until next time, thank you everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, and follow, and check out all the other new videos. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Justin.
Later, Rob.